Okay, so it turns out that I don't have the recordings for the second half of the match, games 4, 5, and 6, but luckily they were rated games, which means that I at least can retrieve the kingdom for you all. So this was game 4 here. I'll just go over the main points that I remember from the game. There was magic lamp on the board, of course, with secret cave. So I tried to trigger it to get 3 wishes and just look to make turn those wishes into gold and buy provinces. There didn't seem to be a whole lot to do on this board, given that there was no source of plus action. So we started with cursed gold and the goat. I would open with a puka here, I imagine, and then eventually the puka plus a goat could get your deck small enough, and then once I reacted the wishes, they would all turn into gold, and I would have enough money to get through quite a few provinces. Leprechaun is also there to gain gold if you like, and with farmland on the board, gold is an excellent investment. Secret Cave can do some work for you as well, setting up your next turn with $3. I did buy an opportunistic Nomad Camp late into the game, just to top deck it to guarantee that I had 2 money. I think it ended up getting me a duchy or something. So this game was very close. You see we ended up duchy dancing, emptying the farmlands, and eventually I was able to get the last province here for the win. So it was very close. The estates are almost out as well, but I was able to see it through here. We both went for fairly similar strategies here, honestly, just puka and a lot of gold, and I came out on top for game 4 here. So very shortly I'll have game 5 in this very same video, so don't go anywhere. Alright, so we have game 5 here, and this was an awful experience for me. Again, here, I didn't see any draw on the board, which is not entirely true. There's imp, but getting the imp is a bit difficult with tormentor. Instead, I didn't really feel like doing anything fancy, so I just decided to go with leprechaun and money. So I would open like leprechaun silver or something, then buy another leprechaun and then just take the gold from the leprechaun and the hex. I hope the hex didn't hurt me too bad. In the meantime, my opponent did something slightly different. Mostly it involved a lot of idols. He did pick up the opportunistic village and pixie or whatever. The blessed village obviously gives him the boon on game, but the idols, really, the bulk of idols that he had, I think allowed him to win this game. So he won this game here. Leprechaun money, it just was so slow for me. I don't know if I drew badly or if it's just not good, but never am I playing Leprechaun money again, ever. Even the little thing that he was doing with the he had one vampire as well with the villages and the pixies and the one vampire, and mostly the idols. So you see the first idol. Oh, you don't know idol. The first idol when you play it. So when you play an an idol whose number is odd, you get boons, and when you play an idol whose number is even. So if you play one idol, you get a boon. Second one, you give your opponent a curse, sorry. Third one will be another boon. Fourth one will be another curse for your opponent, so on and so forth. So the boons, I actually think, cumulatively gave my opponent the advantage in this game and allowed him to come out with the victory here. He was mostly doing money too, but just with idols, and it worked better than my stupid leprechaun thing. The leprechaun hexes you every time you play it, so I don't know how much these minor effects added up to influence the ending here, but certainly I think the mass idol was something worth considering, and it worked out very well for my opponent. So he took game 5, and into game 6 here. Yeah, into game 6 here. This one was quite long, but I eventually came out on top on this one here. Um, is a big Ironmonger Puka thing for draw. Tragic Hero also draws. Now Tragic Hero is a weird card. We started with the Cursed Gold in this game, and we both opened with Puka and Armory. I had no problems opening with Puka, meaning playing the cursed gold because there's a vampire on the board, which means there's the bat around to gobble up the curses eventually. So the initial stages look something like, a bunch of Ironmongers, Puka to trash, Armory would gain you Ironmongers, Minstrels, Sages, Leprechauns, Squires, all those good things. And eventually I was able to reliably get my Leprechaun as the 7th card out, gaining wishes, and I added Tragic Heroes near the end. It is like Margrave in that it gives you 3 cards and a buy, but if you have if you draw into more than 8 or more cards in hand, it trashes itself and you have to gain a treasure. So to me, functionally, you have to play this like it's a library or a watchtower or some draw to X card, where X is any number less than 7. You have to play it like that, which is why I bought some squires there to try to, reduce my hand size to play the tragic hero to not have it die. In the end, I think things just worked out better for me. I drew a little bit better than my opponent and was able to get the Leprechaun and gold and the wishes going just a little bit earlier than him, and that allowed me to have some big turns near the end to buy out the provinces in a big way. So I won this match 4-2. It means I finished second in the group, and I'll move on to the single elimination stage. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you.